Hello, I'm Yvonna from Enjoy Your Life Coaching and Healing. And we're going to talk about the super full moon today in Scorpio. So, with the Scorpio energies, the energies are very sensitive and intuitive. They can be feeling very intense, maybe probing like a bit deeper underneath the surface. It's a deeply personal time. Make sure you take time out for yourself. If you've seen my last video, you remember we had to take time out for ourselves. So, over the last 16 days, what's been happening for you? What new beginnings have happened? Drop me a line below, I'd love to hear. Last time we had the new moon, which represents new beginnings, and it also was the new moon in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's new beginnings again, so it's double new beginnings. So if you think back about 16 days ago to now, what is new now for you? It doesn't have to be an outside thing. It can definitely be an inside thing or an awareness of some sort. So, anything changed? Are you more in your flow now? What about when you're conversing with somebody? Has there been some changes? Is there a higher awareness? Are you more aware of what's happening between people when you are conversing with somebody? Their energy has changed last time, and there's something happening again today. Or with this full moon in Scorpio, because obviously it's a few days before and a few days after. And with this one, because also it's a super moon, it's very, very, very powerful. What has been happening? Have you been brave since the last new moon? And have you faced one of your fears? Maybe a fear that started with a childhood trauma that you still carried. If it has come up, it came up for a reason. You can heal it because it came into your awareness. If you've been facing fears and dealing with it and healing from them, are you now feeling good? Are you now feeling more confident, more satisfied with who you are now? Makes sense, I think. Because if you're living with a fear, whether it's conscious or not conscious, something will always be holding you back. It's a fear of whatever it is that you're afraid of. Once you healed everything around that, you should be feeling good, more confident, and more satisfied with who you really are. Are you also feeling more optimistic? Are you feeling positive? Are you feeling happy with the values that you've chosen, the things that you value in your life, things or, not material things, but anything? Are you happy with the boundaries that you've got and that you've set for yourself? Good. Are you more in your personal power now? If you have let go of some fears, you should be more in your personal power. You should be closer to the true you, the authentic you, who you are, who you're supposed to be, who you've always been. Have you taken time out for you? That came up last time, and it was strongly recommended that you take time out, and it comes up again today. Have you rediscovered self-love, self-healing, self-care? Now that's something to sink in. So we all knew, but we may not remember. So have you rediscovered self-love, self-healing, and self-care? Think about that one, and if not, start working on it. Take time out for yourself. So if we're in the flow, things would have come up for healing ourselves. We talked about that. Synchronicities will start happening, and also you're going to be in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. All these things are for you to all these things are showing you that you're in the flow, and the more you're in the flow, the better it is, the easier your life will be. Also, the more you're in the flow, the more you've healed yourself. On the outside, there may be chaos and may look like there is no flow. It may look like there is no peace, no harmony, no knowing all will be well in the end. On the outside, it may look like that in this energy. So the chaos, it's actually manifested where I am. It's manifested in some quite interesting thunder and lightning shows, storms. So when the storm hit, I did what was recommended, and I didn't even know it. That's why I'm recommending it as well. I went and stood outside on my front porch. It's covered in, and I was in awe with the lightning, because I haven't really seen lightning like that close, you know, well, far enough away, obviously. And it was absolutely stunning. I was in awe, and it's a good thing to do, because don't get stressed if there is chaos, internal or external. At the moment it should be external, but it may be internal. Don't get stressed. Take time out. For example, go to bed early, do some yoga, do meditation, read a book, have a bath if you have a bathroom with a bath in it. Things like that. Anything that makes you feel good. Take time out for you and just be with you. No phones, etc. Be in awe. Like, for example, if you go to bed, you can be like, oh my God, this is so good. I really love being in my bed, fresh linen, whatever. Or in the bath, oh, I love these bubbles, play with the bubbles. And a book that you read that you can be in awe of. Or watch the lightning. Being with yourself is also good for others, because if you are run down, if you're running low, it's very hard to give to others. That's why self-care, self-healing and self-love is good for you as well as others. It's a good way to see it. In your time out, you will go through transformations, personal transformation. And all this personal transformation that is happening at the moment and has been happening for a while now, it may feel overwhelming, and that could also point to the chaos. So if you're not sure what personal transformation you're going through, it could be wise to think about these two questions here. Who do you want to be? And what do you want to do? Once you know these things and you know your values and your boundaries, your personal transformation is set. It's going to be awesome. Then, in the full moon in Scorpio, you may be feeling more connected and more tuned in to all there is, all that is, anything like that, because it's a very sensitive and intuitive time, as well as being intense, probing and deeply personal, and that comes back to the personal transformation as well. During your you time, your time out, your me time for yourself, make sure you focus on yourself, because once you focus on yourself, you can make the decisions that you need to make more easily. You can receive the answers that you're looking for more easily. Take a little bit of time out. If it's an hour, it's an hour. If it's a morning, it's a morning. If it's a weekend, it's a weekend. Just try and do as much as you can, because it's for yourself, for your greater good. Retreat within. If you're not able to go on a retreat, for example, for a weekend or something like that, retreat within. Go inside. It's a deeply personal time. Intuitive. Your intuition is inside of you. So retreat within yourself. Questions for the super full moon, because full moon is releasing things, letting go of things. What can you leave behind so that you can continue on your journey? What's holding you back from making progress on your journey? What do you wish to disconnect from? Anything that is stopping you from being who you really need to be, should be, could be, your authentic self, your truth. Leave all that behind, etc. Release it all. So the energies right now is choose beauty over drama. So if there's chaos, storms, lightning, look at it and be in awe instead of like, oh my god, drama, things might flood, is my gutter okay, the roof might leak, you know, that's drama. So be in awe, choose the beauty of anything that's happening. There's been a change in relating people to people, person to person. So awareness of energy when conversing. The change in relating, so we have to take responsibility. We have to take responsibility of what we're feeling, of our actions, of our words, and of our own journey. We take responsibility for all of that. And it's not too much to ask. It's once you start doing it, take responsibility of how you're feeling, because you are feeling it. It's your choice to act that way, to feel that way. And for your journey, who do you want to be and what do you want to do? Take responsibility and do it for you. And the words, interactions between people have changed. Have you noticed that? I've been aware of it. There's been quite a few things that have come up in interactions, and sometimes it's triggered me, which is really good because it means I can deal with it. I can heal myself from a trigger like that so it won't happen again. So have you noticed a change in energy when you're interacting with people or when you watch people interacting with each other? Be aware of what you say and of how others feel and vice versa. Be empathetic. You can tune into how others feel. Maybe you can tell by the expression how somebody feels. Make sure you work with that. And also, if you say something and somebody reacts and either says something or just has a reaction that you can tell from their face, how does that make you feel? And with that awareness, we can change our interactions. Break free of the norm, whatever the norm is where you are, and find a new way to relate to your inner world and how to express that. How do you express your inner world? Find a new way for that if your old way is not working. Release, let go of the old ways. Stay aware and stay grounded. Still grounding. It's still April. I said that at the beginning of the month with the full moon. This month we all have to stay grounded. If you don't know how to do it, I've got a video about it. Look it up. Practice compassion and forgiveness, but for yourself as well as others. Because we have to take time out for ourselves. We have to practice self-care. We have to practice self-love. So why don't we have compassion for ourselves as well as for our friends and family and people we interact with? Go deep below the surface of the daily life so you can explore your whys and your hows. Your whys are the motivation that you do something. Why am I doing this? And your how is your actions. How am I going to do this? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? Why and how? So go deep below the surface with those questions for starters, and then the rest. And who knows, you will find some hidden treasures. You may find a new perception of something. You may find some new insights into yourself even. That's what this is all about. Find out what you love the most. What you love the most can be your central point, your focus point in your journey during all these shifts that are happening. There's a lot of stuff happening, and there has been a lot of stuff happening, and guess what? It's going to continue. So do the best you can. Focus on what you love, and it will help you stay grounded during the shift as well. Last little bit of advice is stand up for yourself confidently and politely. Be humble. I'm Yvonna. Enjoy your life coaching and healing. This was a little bit of blurb about the super full moon in Scorpio, and I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the next video. Take care and good luck with shifting, awareness, everything, all this good stuff for you. Take care.